Hello and welcome back to our channel. In today's episode, we're going to discuss unlocking the secrets, how type 2 diabetes affects your body's insulin response. Being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes can be overwhelming. It comes with a lot of changes in your daily life. The constant monitoring of your blood sugar levels, the adjustment of your diet and physical activity, it all adds up. You might find yourself wondering how type 2 diabetes specifically affects your body and what changes are happening at a cellular level. Understanding these intricate details will not only help you manage your condition better, but also give you a sense of control over your health. So let's delve into the fascinating science behind it. Before we start, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to stay updated with all our future content. Let's explore together. As we embark on this journey, it's essential to understand that type 2 diabetes is more than just high blood sugar. At its core, it's a problem of insulin response. Insulin, produced by the beta cells in our pancreas, plays a crucial role in regulating blood glucose levels. When we eat, our body breaks down carbohydrates into glucose, which then enters our bloodstream. This rise in blood glucose triggers the release of insulin. Insulin acts like a key, opening the doors of our cells to allow glucose to enter and be used for energy. But what happens in individuals with type 2 diabetes? Despite having sufficient insulin or even high levels of insulin in their bloodstream, the body's cells become resistant to its effects. Picture this. You have a perfectly working lock, but the key no longer fits. This is exactly what occurs in type 2 diabetes. The cells become resistant to the action of insulin, leading to a situation where glucose cannot effectively enter the cells and is left in excess in the bloodstream. This insulin resistance is often compared to a scenario of shouting at someone who is completely engrossed in their own world. Your calls are not getting through because they are tuned out. Similarly, the cells, despite having insulin shouting at them, are not responding. But why do the cells become resistant? The answer lies in a complex interplay of genetic predisposition and lifestyle factors. Genetics lays the foundation, determining an individual's susceptibility to developing insulin resistance. However, it's the lifestyle factors that play a pivotal role in either triggering or preventing its manifestation. Over time, consistently consuming high amounts of carbohydrates, especially in the form of processed foods and sugary drinks, can overwhelm the system. Imagine constantly bombarding your cells with glucose. Eventually, they might start to shut down, making it harder for insulin to do its job. Furthermore, physical inactivity exacerbates the problem. It's like keeping your key with the door closed. The key in this case is insulin, and the door is your cell. Without physical activity to unlock the door, insulin's ability to open it diminishes. It's important to note that this process is gradual, often creeping up on individuals without noticeable symptoms, especially in the early stages. Many people might unknowingly contribute to the development of insulin resistance through a diet high in carbohydrates and a lack of exercise. And as this continues over years, the risk of developing type 2 diabetes increases significantly. But the story doesn't end there. Insulin resistance is just the beginning. Over time, the pancreas, which is responsible for producing insulin, tries its best to compensate for the resistance. It works over time to produce more insulin, aiming to force the cells to respond and lower the blood glucose levels. However, this increased effort by the pancreas does not last forever. Eventually, the beta cells, the ones producing insulin, begin to wear out. Think of a diligent worker consistently working extra hours. Eventually, they need a break. Similarly, the beta cells reach a point where they cannot produce enough insulin to overcome the resistance. At this point, two critical situations arise. First, because the cells are resistant to insulin, they don't effectively remove glucose from the bloodstream. Second, the pancreas is struggling to produce enough insulin to combat the resistance. This double trouble leads to the hallmark of type 2 diabetes, elevated blood glucose levels. Imagine a scenario where you have a group of friends trying to enter a club. There are two ways they could get in. The first is through the main entrance, which is guarded by a bouncer. This is like the normal insulin pathway, where insulin helps the body's cells take in glucose. The second way is through a side door. This is like an alternative pathway some cells use to take in glucose when insulin is not working properly. But here's the twist. If the main entrance is blocked by the bouncer, which in our case is insulin resistance, and the side door is also blocked due to insufficient insulin, our friends will have no way to enter the club. This is akin to how high blood sugar levels occur in type 2 diabetes. Understanding the mechanisms behind type 2 diabetes helps us appreciate the importance of lifestyle modifications. Simple things like a balanced diet, regular exercise, and stress management can significantly impact your health. These factors are within your control and can make a world of difference in managing the condition. By controlling these factors, you can potentially reverse insulin resistance and keep your blood glucose levels in check. Let's explore some common questions people often ask about type 2 diabetes and its relation to insulin response. Question 1. Can I prevent type 2 diabetes if I have insulin resistance? Answer: absolutely. While having insulin resistance significantly elevates your risk of developing type 2 diabetes, it doesn't mean you'll inevitably get it. Lifestyle modifications like a balanced diet, regular exercise, and weight management can help reverse insulin resistance. Question 2. How does stress contribute to type 2 diabetes? Answer: chronic stress can lead to elevated cortisol levels. Cortisol during times of stress can increase your blood sugar levels, making insulin less effective and contributing to insulin resistance. Stress management techniques such as yoga, meditation, and deep breathing exercises can help mitigate this effect. Question 3. What kind of diet is best for managing type 2 diabetes and insulin resistance? Answer: a balanced diet rich in fiber, lean proteins, and healthy fats while being low in processed carbohydrates and added sugars is ideal. The Mediterranean diet and the DASH diet are known for their effectiveness in managing blood sugar levels and promoting overall health. Question 4. Does physical activity help improve insulin response? Answer: yes. Exercise enhances insulin sensitivity, allowing your cells to respond better to insulin and lowering your blood glucose levels. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic activity or 75 minutes of vigorous intensity aerobic activity per week, along with strength training exercises targeting all major muscle groups twice a week. Question 5. Are there any medications that can help with insulin resistance? Answer: several medications are available to manage type 2 diabetes and insulin resistance. Some examples include metformin, which improves insulin sensitivity, and GLP-1 receptor agonists, which stimulate insulin release and lower blood glucose levels. Always consult with your healthcare provider for personalized advice and treatment options. As we come to the end of this episode, it's clear that type 2 diabetes is a complex interplay between genetics and lifestyle. While genetics plays a foundational role, it's our lifestyle choices that can either trigger or prevent the onset of insulin resistance, the root cause of type 2 diabetes. Understanding this dynamic empowers us to take charge of our health. Remember, knowledge is the key that unlocks the doors to a healthier life. By shedding light on the intricacies of type 2 diabetes, we aim to equip you with the tools to manage this condition more effectively. Stay tuned for more informative content in our upcoming episodes. Together, let's navigate the path to better health and well-being. Until next time, stay healthy and stay informed.